Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? This is one of my very first video blogs, and the topic of the presentation I want to give to you guys today is something that's very, I think, important for somebody to take a look at, especially if they're going through a tough time in their life. So you can tell by the title of the video, this is going to be something that relates to getting out of a rut. And what I mean by getting out of a rut is you're probably going through a time in your life where you know that you could be performing better. You know that there have been times in your life where you're really just on the ball, you're really just going, everything is clicking on all cylinders, and you're not at that point right now. Right now you're at a point where you're looking back at that time and you're saying, why can't I be like I was before? You know, why can't I be in that super optimal state? Why can't I be hitting on every single cylinder? Why are things like this right now? And what I wanted to share with you guys are a couple perspectives that I have on this, me having recently gone through my own little rut, and some of the realizations I've made that have helped me kind of ease myself out of that little kind of contraction type period I was going through. So a couple ideas I throw at you guys. Number one is the idea, and this is very key to any type of situation you might be going through. Number one is the idea that you need to accept the situation completely. And what that means really is that when you're feeling like you're not on the ball, when you're feeling like you're not killing it, you're not performing at your best, what's really going on there is you're comparing yourself to a version of yourself that you can't be right now. And the first step, no matter what, in any kind of situation like that, is you need to realize that right now you're not on the ball, right now you're not killing it, and that's okay. You know, it's okay. Right now you're not at the top level of what you could be doing, but that's the situation that you're in, and you really just need to accept that. And that's always going to be number one, no matter what situation you're facing, whether it be getting yourself out of a rut or figuring out what's going on with your life, you know, how you need to make steps to move forward. You need to accept the situation completely. And what that actually allows you to do is to open yourself up to the potential of possibility. So that's number one. That's what I would tell you guys. The second thing is a realization that actually a lot of behavioral psychologists will prescribe to their patients, which is the idea that if you don't have a certain level of normalcy, if you don't have a certain level of constant in your life's going to be out of control. Like, you're not going to be able to know what's going on from day to day. And to give you guys some specific examples of this, you need to have, for example, a stable job. You need to have a schedule that allows you to wake up at the at a relative same time every single day. Not just that, you need a group of friends that you can talk to. You need somebody that you can talk to. You know, it'd be nice to have a girlfriend if you're a guy, somebody you can share your life with. And this might all seem like bullshit. It might seem kind of whack, especially if you're going through a depression. You're like, I don't have those things. What can I do? But what I'm going to share with you is that if you have some degree of normalcy, and this could also be something like the gym, something that allows you to hit, you know, go into the gym and just, for example, do your workout, get it done, and do it 2 to 3 times a week. That'll allow your body to get into a state where it's not completely shocked at where it is. You know, these are tips and tricks that I think are the foundation of building yourself up. You know, especially if you're going through a rut, have that degree of normalcy, have those friends around. You know, have that routine that allows you to wake up in the morning. You know, if you don't have a job right now, it's okay. Just wake up in the morning. Wake up 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Make sure it's the same amount of time every single day, and eat a relatively light breakfast. And these are kind of the foundations. And what I'm going to say is that this is one of the first things you need to take into account. If you don't have some sense of normalcy, it's going to be really tough to pull yourself out of that little rut that you're in. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one I'm going to talk about is something that's a little bit more out there, but I find I'm the type of person that has the personality that's attracted to things that draw meaning to my life. For example, I like to read a lot of books. I like to expose myself to a lot of situations that most people wouldn't expose themselves to. And that's just me. That's just my personality. That's just the type of person that I am. And for somebody like that, it can be really tough to be going through your life from day to day, not really knowing what the point of it all. What is the point of it all? And to somebody who's like that, I really need to stress the fact that you need to find some form of meaning in your life. And a really good book on this is a book by a guy named Viktor Frankl, who was a psychologist. He was actually a Holocaust survivor, and he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And one of the main tenets of the book was the idea that human beings live in an existential crisis. And really what's going on is you're going through your life, you might be suffering, you might be trying to figure out what is the point of it all. And one of the propositions that he made was that human beings' search for meaning really is a way to combat the suffering that you're going through. And so to somebody like that, to somebody like myself, I would give the advice that you need to find something that's meaningful. And what exactly is meaningful? The $1,000,000 question. It's actually very simple. Usually what's meaningful to you is the thing that you're interested in right now. The book that you're reading, the situation that you really enjoy with your friends, the YouTube videos, the YouTube channel that you frequent, the things that are drawing your attention right now, those are things that are bringing you meaning. And those are actually pointing you in a direction that you need to take a look at. And say, for example, you really, really like helping people, and you find you derive a sense of meaning from that, that's going to point you in a direction of, I need to help more people. And really, I can't explain this without going into the actual, the tenets of living a life that's full of meaning, but what you're going to find when you're in a state of harmony, being very synchronous with things that you like, and the way that you're actually living your life, you feel like you're in a flow state. You feel like you're doing things that are really, really fulfilling to you, and you go through your life, you're pursuing goals, you're getting that positive feedback as you're going through it, and you feel very, very fulfilled as you're going through it. And that's the meaning aspect of it. So to wrap things up, I would say that life is a balance between order, and those were the behavioral aspects I talked about. The having a sense of normalcy, having a stable job, having a set schedule that you wake up at, having a group of friends that you can talk to without feeling awkward or feeling insincere. Those are kind of the normalcy aspect of it. And on the other hand, I would also balance that out with some kind of a quest for meaning, some kind of a search for meaning. And whatever that could be, whether it be a really nice book, whether it be something that you're interested in that nobody else is interested in, that's okay. And that's going to give your life some sense of meaning, and that's going to help you bring yourself out of the rut in a way that I hope you can do. So that's it, guys. I'll talk to you next time.